Peace, everybody. Welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the big bro, Andre Jalil, the cousin Rick the Ruler. What's going on, family? How y'all doing today?
Yeah, we doing good.
Word.
Good. You feeling good?
Feeling like a villain out here.
We got a lot of smiles on here today. What's up? What we talking about? We talking about the
We
Knicks?
talking about a W.
That's what we doing today?
It's not just any W. It's against Philly, who's always ranked higher than New York.
Yo, they beat us 15 times in a row.
15 times. I think what was the second longest streak in history.
Yeah, because it was
something like that.
The other one was 19, and I think that was Boston.
Yeah, I believe it was Boston or something like that.
And I ain't with that. I ain't with all of that. That's why we bust their ass. That's why we bust their ass. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a new day. The era just shifted. Sorry, pardon me. Sorry, not sorry. You know what I mean? It's the Knicks now. Word. I'm sorry.
You gotta hydrate a personality. So yeah, man. The Knicks, the Philadelphia 76ers 112-99, and now it was pretty convincing early.
And it wasn't even that close. It wasn't even that close. Let them have a couple points at the end.
Right. Yeah. So it wasn't really that close. I mean, it was a point of the game. We were up by 27, and it was our. Excuse me, Red Bull.
It was out, Ricky.
But yeah, it was our. So who we talking about today was the main player that went on today? Kemba.
Let me tell you something. I want to get right into it.
Kemba Walker definitely is the this is the Kemba Walker game. You know what I'm saying? But Drake, go ahead. What you
like I said, like Kemba's team, like this is one of those games. Wait, because when you say like this is everything I said before is exactly what happened in this game. If Kemba plays like that, and then Derrick Rose is coming off the bench, like Derrick Rose didn't have a good a game as he typically has.
Yeah,
but he was still getting us points in the paint. You know, because when they started to chip back at the lead, you know, he'll go in there, go to the basket, and get like a little layup or whatever the case, and keep the scores going. Yeah. But Kemba Walker went off. It felt like it was his team today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That boy went in there. Yo, he was knocking down threes for like no reason. He was in there left and right.
In a row. Yep. It's not even like, you know, he mixed it up. He hit them like I think it was 4 straight in the third or fourth quarter. I can't remember which quarter.
He was just going off. And one of the other, and then like so what happened was the squad was tired. Yo, they needed Ben Simmons bad.
I was thinking that.
They needed Ben Simmons bad because Joel Embiid is trying to do everything. That dude was exhausted.
Yeah, he was.
He was tired.
And I love Mitchell Robinson. I love Mitchell Robinson too. Mitchell Robinson was giving him a headache the whole game.
Yeah.
He was all over him. He wasn't letting him set up. He was keeping him out the post. And you saw Shaq called him. He was like, get him out of there. Like, you know, you got the little weakling in there. And I was like, I wish Mitch could hear that. You know what I mean? But this is the kind of game where Mitch gained that weight for. He might not keep all that weight on him.
Yeah.
But yo, for him to harass Joel Embiid was like 0 for 5, but he finished like 2 for. What did he finish? What were Joel Embiid's numbers?
But yeah, 5 turnovers.
Joel Embiid was 2 for I think 9, 2 for 7, like 2 for 7, 2 for 7, yeah.
2 for 7.
And more than anything, it was more about the fact that he couldn't get to the shots that he wanted to take. You know what I'm saying? So,
these new rules on the calls, I love.
Yeah.
For example.
Huh?
For example.
So there was one time where he went and he tried to draw the foul, Joel Embiid. He went in there, went at the basket all kind of haphazardly. And typically he'd have got that. They'd have stopped the clock. They'd have took time and off the clock. Not took time off the clock. They'd let him get to the line. They get to chip away at the lead. And none of that was happening. And I love it, man. I love the new NBA. No, I'm just saying, it's just like dudes over there trying to flail up and just shooting threes, and they could just. It's like it's a new game. It's a new league. No Embiid was 100 trash. Him shutting Embiid down was like it kind of exposes the 76ers. Like without Embiid, they really
without Ben.
Team.
Without Ben.
I mean,
without Embiid. If Embiid is having a game, if Embiid is having a bad game, the 76ers got it right.
Yeah.
I mean, because they don't have Ben, but without Embiid,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
I mean, no, Harris still did his thing. He had like 20-something points.
Harris is not. You know what I think about Harris? I think that RJ Barrett kind of like is like I think he could be like that Harris type player.
Yeah,
that reliable, not the star, but that dude is going to drop 20 on you. I don't want to say not the star, but he just seems like he's that kind of player that's like he's serious, reliable. If he fits into the scheme really well, then he could do really well on the squad. Right. He just seems like he's that kind of dude. He's strong. He'll get rebounds. He'll out hustle you here and there. That's how I kind of felt like Tobias Harris is, like for RJ Barrett.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can see in a way. Tobias. I see what you're talking about. I see what you're saying. Speaking of RJ shot 4 for 10 tonight, 40% from the field, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. And what did 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers. He's still trying to figure it out, but as you heard him saying in the previous press conferences, that he's focused on being a two-way player. He's focused on the defensive end, and notoriously, it's very difficult if you want to guard the best player every single night and then still try to be completely efficient. He's still trying to figure it out. It's clear. Still some boneheaded decisions. A lot of those turnovers are just annoying because it's like he's not looking around him to see who's around and probing for a steal or something like that. He just starts to dribble and he starts to get into this thing. And then once he gets like that, it's kind of like, all right, well, there's somebody right here, like about to come pick you off behind you. And it'll take him some time to get used to that because he's developed some playmaking abilities. He's looked a little bit better, but he's not. It's just very sloppy. It's the best way I can describe it for now. But you know what I'm saying? RJ brought what he could tonight. He was after all of that, he was only a -1. Julius Randle. Let me put the stats up. So that
that's what I was saying. Like he was the only one that finished with a negative plus or minus. And everybody that played in today's game scored.
Everybody that played scored.
Everybody. Yep. So I thought that was dope. And five players in double figures.
Yes, and that's something that we needed last year. Clearly in the playoffs, there was a lot of issues with anyone outside of Julius Randle scoring. And that's something that we clearly figured out. Evan Fournier started looking amazing. He was 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. That's what we needed. And like you said,
Kemba and Evan Fournier is our leading scorers tonight.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what they will be. That's what they're not. I wouldn't say it's supposed to be that way. What I'll say is,
Julius is going to have his night. He's going to be leading.
Let me finish.
Right.
I think what they are here to do is to bring you that if they are on fire, and they're here to open the floor. You know what I'm saying? They're not the guys who you're supposed to depend on to hit those shots. You know what I'm saying? But they can open the floor for you. Kemba and Evan Fournier are going to be the guys that more likely than not are going to take the most threes on this team. RJ and Julius are going to be the ones who take them secondary. I think secondary to those guys. But those are your two primary 3-point shooters. And that's what they're here to do. They're here to spread the floor. Sometimes those shots are going to go down and sometimes they're not. And that's why you're going to have games that Evan has 18 or 20 or 30 like the first game. And then there's going to be games where he has 7 or 10 and Kemba has 8 or 12 or something like that. Because, just matchups, but my point is that's their role. I wouldn't say their role is to be the leading scorers. Their role is to be the shooters of this team. And if you shoot a lot, you make them. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? If you make a lot, then you get 18 and 19 points respectively between the two of them. And that's something that we've been wanting to see since they've gotten here, is for both of them to go at the same time. And for the first time, they both did it, and it was very convincing. Kemba looked amazing. Yes, and it results in a win. And like I said, they're always gonna get these shots. Kemba and Evan, I'm starting to see it now. Julius loves the 2-minute game with Evan.
He loves him. He loves both of them, dude.
He's starting it. But today, I started to see him really try to get a 2-man game going with Kemba, and this is when he started to go on his run. And I'm like, all right, they're in trouble. The league is in trouble. The league is in trouble because if you put the ball in Julius's hands, you put Kemba on one side and you put Fournier on the other side, and you tell Julius to drive to the basket and kick out to whoever bites first, how do you beat that? Yeah, and if they recover, swing it to the corner, RJ's going to be able to hit the 3 or drive baseline. And it's a very simple offense because all you have to do is just, number one, I think that for a long time, I think we underestimated how good of a piece Julius Randle actually can be for this team when he's not turning the ball over all ridiculously like he likes to do every now and then. But the player that he is, how effective he is driving into the paint, how he can control the ball at his size, because if he was a 2 guard, it would be a lot more difficult. But the fact that he's 6'9", he's a power forward, he's strong, he's nimble. There's a lot of guys at his position that can't guard him. They just literally are too slow for him or too small. So he's one of those guys that if you put the right pieces around him, it's kind of an unstoppable little core. And like I said, this reminded me a lot of the not in terms of the players that we have, but it reminds me a lot of the Pistons, the 04 Pistons team, just because of how they actually play well together, and it's actual team thing. It's not just one guy going off, it's an actual team of guys. But Dre, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
With the matchup that you saw with Joel Embiid and Mitchell Robinson, how confident are you in Mitchell Robinson's ability to take whatever the top centers in the league are gonna bring in there and defend the team at the center position?
I'm 100% confident, because if you consider the amount of time he's missed, and like I said the end of last season, how we saw the deficit of not having him in the playoffs against Atlanta. Atlanta doesn't pick us apart the way they do if we have Mitchell Robinson in there on the defensive end. If we have Mitchell Robinson and you have Nerlens Noel coming behind him, it's a completely different series. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Whether we win or not, it may not have changed that, but it may be the amount of games, whatever the case. But Mitchell tonight showed Joel Embiid he's not scared of him. And it was a tough fight. It wasn't an easy night, but the dope thing about it was he played most of how many minutes did Mitchell play? 28, 30. He played almost 30 minutes.
20.
And Taj played 20, almost 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And because they went small for a little while when Embiid wasn't on the floor. They went small for a while. Right. They had Andre jumping in there who, grabs rebounds. Mm-hmm. But seeing him out there and tiring him out, and then Joel Embiid got to stay out there longer because our second unit, our second unit had like 30 points before like the starting 5 did.
Mm-hmm.
I think the second unit was out there like just wearing them out, like there's nothing for them. There's nothing for you. Again, they didn't have Ben, but if Mitchell Robinson can give Joel Embiid a bad night, if he could give him problems on a night like that, like what center can't he give him a problem to? And it's not like he's going to stop certain guys. He may not stop in Anthony Davis, but he could give him a little headache here and there, and he could just, some blocks and all of that. You know what I mean? Like that is a great that position right there is key for the Knicks, because that's where we lost that series in the playoffs last year, was at that center position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They could do the zone, they could do whatever they could do whatever they want. He was doing putbacks and putback dunks and all kinds of stuff. He was in the paint, he was scaring dudes out of the paint. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal. And I can't wait to see what it looks like with him and having Nerlens Noel back there. I don't know what's going on with his knee, but I can't wait to see what that looks like, because Taj does his thing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but Taj seems like he's undersized when you're going up against Joel Embiid.
He definitely is.
Right.
The only thing I want to see Mitch do, and I feel like this is not out of the realm of possibility, is just get like a baby hook. If he could just get like a baby hook and they could just toss it in and he just turn around and do that little baby hook, I feel like the offense would change. Like we would be one of those teams that people are just like, all right, you got to guard it. You got to double team everybody. You can't leave anybody single coverage. Like, I just feel like that will make such a big difference. And I wish I could see it.
Game, single coverage.
Well, I mean, hey, sometimes defense call for double coverage, but But yeah, 1-on-1, they're gonna have to cut all that out. Like the same way we were saying the last show, how we were helping on every single play. Like I feel like if he was able to score like that, every other team will have to help on every single play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that makes us more deadly because it already We already have a team that, depending on the lineup, all 5 guys can shoot. You know what I'm saying? It's
all 4 guys.
4 out of the 5.
Well, no. I mean, depending on the lineup, not including Mitch. Yeah. I'm just saying.
If they have Obi out there, and if they have Obi
and Julius
together, then all 5 guys pretty much shoot.
You have a really good shooting team. Obi, I mean not Obi. Who we talking about? Julius. Mitch actually tonight showed me that he was actually more ready. There was some plays, of course, where you're gonna get these silly fouls by these refs because he's gonna bait Joel Embiid's gonna bait these guys in.
Yeah.
But for the most part, because he's Joel Embiid, he's a star. But for the most part, Mitch held his own, and he's starting to show a little bit more maturity on the side of, he did one of those plays again. They tossed it to Embiid in the post, and he did the same exact thing on the play where he broke his foot. He tried to jump into the passing lane while he was defending from the post. And, those are the plays that you kind of want to see him not risk, because it's kind of like, all right, even if you got it, you probably wouldn't have been able to get possession. You probably would have just tipped the ball. Like, now, was it really worth it at that point? So, don't want to nitpick here, but just saying, those are one of the plays you want to see him just take it easy. You know what I mean? You just got back. Your body isn't perfect yet. Just calm down. But Mitch is definitely proven to me so far that you have to sign him. You have to re-sign him.
Oh yeah.
You have to extend him.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Just give him that.
Coming off, it's like, I'll be like, what's up?
Yeah. As soon as he get off the court, Mo, as soon as I'm like, yo, Mitch, do a favor, yo, break it. So you should 12, 13, 14 minutes, you said? That's how you...
Yeah. Okay, 12, 13, 14. I'm Mitch. I'm like 15.
He reached behind him for some water. He get a pen. Like
this. I'm thirsty.
There's a pen. And he starts signing a contract. Who's doing it?
But I only disagree just a little bit. I think he should be a little bit safer on plays like that, since that is how he got injured. But I don't want to see him taking it easy. If he out there taking it easy, take him out.
No, I agree there.
Yeah.
I agree there. In terms of taking it easy, but don't take it easy. But don't do these risky plays,
right?
Like the one where, like, the one I'm talking about. It's just, I like to see that you want to get the defensive possession, but
here's that thing. Like a dude with a style like Mitchell Robinson style, he's always gonna take risks. There's nothing. I think his risks were effective. I think there's always gonna be like that blunder where you went too far, you jumped, you shouldn't have jumped. I think all players make that mistake. I know we want Mitchell to be like perfect at that position. We want to put the ball on the floor, like Jelani said.
Right.
A 1-2 dribble, a hook shot, all of that stuff. I think if he gets his offensive game down, some of the blunders aren't so much, because when you look at somebody like Shaq, one of the best centers ever to play, one of the things that he never ever fixed was his free throw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
he tried. His hands were just too damn big.
His hands were big. It was like he was holding a tennis ball when he was trying to shoot.
Yeah.
And then it was like his weight later on in his career, and then he started getting big. So it's always like there's always, I think with Mitch, that might be who Mitch is. But I think that when you have the scheme like the Knicks have, and you have somebody like because someone else said this, that Nerlens Noel is the same player, which is excellent. For what we have, Nerlens Noel is like a little bit lighter. You're always going to get that. Sometimes he gets bullied, he's butterfingers and so forth. But again, everybody has those things. But if you have like the way we have like Fournier coming in there, not afraid to shoot, firepower. It's like Knicks, they could score from all over the place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Ricky, you can't double these guys. Like in some lineups, you can't double anybody.
Yeah.
And I thought the Knicks also did better tonight with not double teaming too much.
Yes. I was watching that.
What's that dude with the name Kleber or whatever? He kept knocking threes down in the
corner. Cork.
That drives me nuts.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was just like, yo, why would y'all leave him open? He just hit
Why is that guy open? Like I said, again, the one guy that keeps knocking shots down, no, somebody not leave him ever.
Yeah, just stay with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely agree. I just think that they're figuring out some kinks. These guys are still learning the defensive assignments. It's frustrating, but
the whole team and that is
imagine.
early. Yo, Cat, 3-1 right now.
Yeah.
And we were playing around against the Magic. We could have been 4-0. I hate to do that.
Should have been, yeah.
But
no, we should have been 4-0.
We should be 4-0, but like at 3-1 right now, like you're looking at the Knicks, like that's not. Look, let me tell you something. They talking about the fourth seed is not going to be hard. We about to go play Chicago soon. I can't wait to see these games because we're not even like tonight was Kemba's like coming out game. You know what I mean? I think that we're gonna get that kind of like that if we get that kind of game from Kemba, everybody's gonna have an off game. But it seems like there's always somebody there to pick up the slack.
Yeah, which I love.
Well, speaking of picking up the slack, the second unit today, they didn't play a lot of minutes. Even Alex, who Tibbs loves, he only played 17 minutes basically. Quickly, who? Alec Burks.
Okay.
He only played 17 minutes. Emmanuel Quickly, he played 15. Obi played basically 12 minutes, but oddly was 4 for 7 for 9 points in that time frame. 4 rebounds as well. How did you feel in that after watching Quickly drop Tyrese Maxey and hit that 3?
Hey,
man.
Yo, that was one of them joints. You know, you get the crowd like, yo, I want to see that on the Filet page.
Yo,
that was crazy. I honestly think he tripped over what's his name foot though.
He did, but you wouldn't have tripped if he wasn't playing defense. I say it all the time. I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. Yeah. He's part of the highlight.
It don't matter.
His move is what made him fall. I hate when they cross him and they miss.
Yeah,
and then he crossed him and he knocked the shot down.
Yeah, you gotta hit it.
And then he did one of these on the floor, like he struck the floor with the 3. You know what I mean? That's excellent. That's one thing. Part.
That's one thing I do like about Quickly. He's got that showmanship. You know what I mean? He's definitely gonna make you enjoy watching him play. Like the last game, I think that's the one I'm talking about with the same thing, the cover the eye. I guess he had lost his contact. He actually caught it on the way down, which was just crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You catch it out as it's falling out of the eye, he puts it back in, and he hits the 3, and then it's, you know what I mean? It's this is the kind of stuff that happens. You know, you're having fun. You're having fun. Shout out to the chat. Everybody's in the chat, man. My boy Aaron, Mike, Jelani, you guys always showing love. Appreciate you. Mike says Chicago will be tough.
I was gonna ask you. I was like, "What? Mike's some kind of Chicago Bulls fan or something?"
If you look at the standings right now in the East, the only undefeated team is Chicago.
Yeah, but they've also played nobody.
Well, Philly is probably the first real team we played.
And we bust their ass.
Whoa. Who was the first? Where we were in the Garden when we played the Celtics, guys. What was going on here?
Celtics ain't nobody. Where did the Celtics go last season?
That was one season, an injury-riddled season. We're talking about a team with stars.
But still, they still.
Nobody's looking for Boston. Nobody's looking for Boston.
Regardless, we played a playoff team twice, and we beat them twice. It's just that Jaylen Brown, and matter of fact, Jaylen Brown had 32 the other night,
that game or something like that.
No, I'm talking about the other night. Jaylen Brown had 32, and then Jason Tatum had 40.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So these guys
won that game,
but they're gonna have to.
They won that game, and they won that game.
They're gonna have to do that kind of scoring because they got a couple injuries.
They better. They better because they pay him. They're paying him to do so. So let's see what else we got. Is the defense that secures these wins? Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's always going to be the key.
Take it easy.
What happened?
He said they damn near the same people, Maxey and Quickly. He said no, he ain't tripped. We're gonna have to go back and look at that. We're gonna go back and see. We're gonna have to go back and
I gotta look because they showed it again, but they didn't really give a clear. I want to see that because that was
the highlights should be out right now. Yeah, they should be out right now. I got a notification.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Aaron.
Nah, what you mean y'all tripping? Ricky,
come on, man. Come on,
man.
I try to tell y'all.
I would say Boston better than the Sixers. I don't know.
Nah, ain't nobody watching for Boston. I mean, yes, they have 2 stars, but that's about it. If you count Marcus Smart, then it's pretty much a 2-man team.
Yo, I'm just let everybody know Dre's tight about this comment right here. He's not feeling it. Dre's not feeling it right now.
Nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Yo, you know what the crazy part is? I wore this hat to work today. And one of my coworkers, she was like, "Yo, I like your Knicks hat." I was like, "Thank you very much." I said, "Yo, my cousin, he bought the same one," and I was like, "I don't even remember seeing him buy it." But I was just like, "Watch, one day we're gonna end up wearing it the same day. I'm gonna be like, yo, I gotta change it."
And it was tonight.
It's all good. I'm next to the GUK joint right here.
Yeah,
I'm actually tight because the night we went to the garden, and y'all got the hat. I wanted to get that exact hat. We all three of us had the hat.
Which one? The one Ricky got?
We should have got it. You should have got it too.
But what happened was we went through separate exits.
Yeah,
when we were all leaving the garden. Yo, walking in the crowd is some scary shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. Because if you
we was all together, we walked out the same door, and then like we stopped.
We did not.
Yes, we did, Cat.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
We did.
No, trust me.
Matter of fact, it was you and I first, and then you were like, "Where's Dre?" And then Dre came, and then we were like, "Yo, where'd you go?"
No, that's what I'm saying. There was another exit, and I didn't know where y'all went. You know what I'm saying? I turned around in 1 second.
We didn't go nowhere. We were right there.
We were right there. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know where y'all went.
Yeah, because Joshua was talking to everybody.
I didn't say I disappeared. You acting like I was a fish. You just followed me.
Josh was just like, I went and asked the lady. I said, "Listen, is that the way out?" I said, "Because we want to buy some stuff. Do we go this way?"
Yeah.
So she was like, "Oh, if you're gonna buy something, keep going this way."
Yeah.
And so Ricky was right next to me. You were there just 1 second before.
Yeah. The feeling my whole life, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like
he said, "You really the stepchild.
Really the stepchild. Leave me out there." You know what I'm saying?
We was like this. We said, "Cat." Oh, he outside.
Yeah,
Mike.
Yo, Mike, 2 seconds. He got lost. I asked the chick that one question.
I did not get lost. I was with my people. I just thought
he got lost. We was looking for him like for hours.
Y'all got lost.
He had to go out the Spike Lee entrance because everybody knew him. They were like, "Yo, is that Cal?" He was like, "I can't handle all this right now." So he went out the special entrance.
Come on, man. Listen, man. I'm just tight that y'all got the hat that I was like, yo, I want to get that one hat out of all the hats. I want to get that one, but it's cool. Y'all rocking better than me.
Cat.
Y'all rocking better than me. Listen, it's cool. I'm remembering.
They on the website, Cat.
You said what?
Hey, you can get it from the website.
It's on the website.
Turning your Metro card cap is over. Wow, y'all coming for me. Yo.
Let him know, Jelani. Word. He coming to the studio with his voice talking about, let's record this song. He came to Jelani's studio talking about, yo, let's record the song. I just came back from the Knicks game. Don't worry about it. You're going to sound hype.
Yeah, the funny story, Lonnie called me the next day like, yo, it's funny. I went to sleep, woke up. I see my phone ringing, and I didn't even think. I just picked up the phone. And I'm like, I said, like, I couldn't even say, oh, shit. Like, that's how mad I was. I was like, yo, I can't even do nothing. Like,
you could have done like the 3-6 Mafia whisper song type deal.
Nah, it was over. I said. Then I started whispering the line. I said, yo, it's over, bro. It's over, bro. I was tight, man. Listen, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's part of life. I enjoyed losing my voice at the Knicks game. You know what I'm saying? And created some great content. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to Knicks. Derrick Rose, Dre, what did you see from Derrick Rose in the limited minutes he was in there? And he was somewhat, you know, the usual Derrick Rose when he was in there, but he didn't play a lot of minutes. But what did you see? Because I know that's your homeboy.
Yeah, you know, I'm always rooting for D Rose, but I think D Rose tonight was D Rose. I don't think he did anything special. He knocked down I think it was 1-3. I think early in the game, maybe 2. And but he was reliable. And I think that's he does that with Tibbs when needs him to do. A night like Kemba had, D Rose didn't have to save us so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But his minutes matter because he's wearing down the defense. And they're out there and they got to chase him around. He's over there getting layups, regular layups and all of that. And he had a couple steals. He had a couple like little plays where it was just like bet. You know what I mean? Like he's in there and he's helping us keep the lead. I hate when the Knicks get in some of these positions and it just looked like that nobody could score because there was a point where we didn't score for like 3.5 minutes. And he did that little floater and he got us a little score. And it was like once that happened, it was like, all right, the momentum we started to pick back up and start scoring again. Is it me or is this thing jumpy than a motherfucker?
Yeah, it's
a little jumpy. It's a little jumpy. I don't know.
I think that was it right there. Where he came back and scored because they got to like 78. It was like, yo, they catching up. But you know, Derrick Rose went in there, made sure that we were getting some scoring.
Yeah, he just took it straight to the hole.
That's the play. Yeah,
that's
a little late.
Yeah. So I thought that was and that's what you need. And that was off the bench. You got your man scoring off the bench. Like that is a dangerous combo.
Mm-hmm.
With D Rose coming off the bench and everybody's sleeping on him, and it's just like, all right, we got D Rose off the bench, and he's just dribbling the past motherfuckers, and he's still past the rock. He's always did that annoying passing to me,
jumping past thing,
hard over his head.
Yeah.
Again, that's like one of those parts of the game, like that player. He's always done that, and I always hated that because he's throwing it across the court. It's like he gets up in the air, and then it's like, no, it ain't there. Let me see.
Yeah.
And sometimes he gets the turnover. Like I feel like that's the number one way D Rose gets turnovers, jumping up in the air with the ball behind his head and like darting it out to somebody
and doing it like.
But again, D Rose.
Shout out to Knicks Lights by the way. But yeah, we're gonna just show you some Kemba. Is it not working? It's not working. Okay, this one's not working.
What happened, Paul?
It wasn't working. I don't know what's going on.
Rose is the vet that you need on the team. And I love the fact that he loves to be in the second unit. So, you know, when the starters come out, you keep that momentum of the game going. And usually the bench are, you know, the second string players, but he's so much of a starter that for him to come off a bench, it's just like your team is just consistent throughout the entire game. And I think that's what he did. Like he was able to be like, all right, guys, let's settle down. We're not hitting shots. Let's get back to it. And he put the ball on the floor, scored, and got it back in.
I think with the Knicks bench, I think it's the most slept on because when you have a guy like this, it could because let's say it was what's that dude from Germany that plays for Boston now?
Who? Oh, Dennis Schroeder.
Like Dennis Schroeder. Like if you had somebody like Dennis Schroeder, let's say, right? And you look at when you say Dennis Schroeder, it ain't like you really ringing bells, and it's just like, yo, he one of the best point guards in the league. But coming off the bench, you kind of like, man, like that's somebody you still got to worry about. And I think that Derrick Rose is in that class where you might sleep on him. Next thing you know, he dropping 14. Like what he averaged last year? 14, 15 points?
Yeah, around 14 points. Man.
Yeah, you got the guy off the bench coming out and grabbing that. You know, after Kemba Walker just finished dropping, like, let's say he could have dropped 12 and a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. And like if you drop it, what he did, like 4 threes in a row, you already got 12. Crazy. It's just like, all right, he wasn't on fire at the end of the game, but he didn't need to be. But just out there at that point is just like, yo, somebody gotta cover him. You can't leave him open. I think our bench is like I don't want to say is it an X factor, but I would say like that's like the biggest weapon is our bench. I think our scorers, Julius Randle, I'm still impressed with because that boy is still scoring. He's still grabbing doubles like it ain't nothing. A double for Julius Randle is a quiet night. That's a regular night.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't get to 20 today, which is unlike him.
Just think about how we were busting their ass and our star didn't score like over 20.
Right.
He had 16 and 11 rebounds and 7 assists.
7 assists. That boy
7 assists with 1 turnover. Let's clap it up for 1 turnover.
One turnover.
Goodness gracious, man. That's about time. 7 assists, 11 rebounds, 16 points, 1 turnover. I mean, he was 7 for 18 from the field. But come on, man. This one thing about watching these guys. I love watching Kemba come off the screen. I love watching Evan come off the screen, and you kind of know that they're gonna make the shot. You know what I'm saying? Automatically. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of that feeling is like, damn, like, yo, about time. They got some guys here that can ball. Who are you gonna take?
I just think that when you look at I feel like the defenses respect us differently.
Yes.
It's like they defend us scared.
Yeah.
You know how like when dudes is on Stephen Curry, like, yo, I can't leave him open.
Mm-hmm.
And they all on you, they do whatever they can. And you know, and I feel like that's how they playing us. Because you know, if you leave Kemba open, he gonna drop that on you. You know what I'm saying? But and the other side of what I like Kemba, even though he's not the defender, like he drew that foul. I think he did it against Boston.
He's not gonna be a complete dud on defense, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and that's helpful having somebody they on fire. They pick up an offensive foul, and now they got to sit on the bench and they ice them. You know, like yo, this squad right here. I think we're gonna look. I think we're gonna do well above 500 this year.
Yeah, he's double teamed.
I think so.
Randall's wide open.
I think 50 ain't gonna be nothing. Not especially at this clip. We might have a rough patch of the season, which every team has. But like this squad right here, man, the way they set it up, the way they design. Kemba Walker said that at the end of the game, and she said, "What do you think? You guys shoot more threes than ever?" He was like, "That's why they bought us here. That's why they bought me and Fournier here to create that." I don't know how many threes they knocked down today. They didn't say anything about them breaking another record or making history. But anything close to 20-something made threes.
They made 37. Not a lot, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
What? They made how many?
They made 30. No, they took. My bad.
I'm about to say, Josh, if they said 37, like
they made 16. But this is what I'm saying. They look like they made a ton of 3-pointers today, didn't it? But the last game, it looked like they took a lot of 3-pointers and they missed a lot.
Right.
The biggest difference between those two games is what Thibodeau and the rest of these guys said is taking the right shot. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about taking the shot because you're open. Hey, it's my turn. Like Coach said, the plays run for you. Doesn't mean that you have to take the shot. It means you have to find the right play and make the right play. That's what they did a lot tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way they're gonna do it. It's the only way they're gonna win.
It's basically running the triangle just with
hell no. First of all, Phil Jackson would have ruined this team. Completely ruined this team. He would have completely ruined his team.
And we still have Frank Ntilikina.
It's not even close. It's wow. Well, really
but like he's running it. He did say something like that. Like, look, you gotta read it and you gotta take the game as it comes. And I don't like when dudes force it because there was one point it looked like Julius was going running in and do all kinds of shit. But he ended up giving like 7 assists for your power forward, dude. That dude he's gonna be our mainstay all-star.
This is what we're saying, that he's like the perfect piece for this team because he's literally he can literally get doubled at any point on the floor, and someone is there to bail him out. Whether it's somebody in the paint, because now you got Mitch, he's a lob threat. He's under the basket threat under the paint. You got Fournier, you got Kemba, and you got RJ. You got those guys out in the perimeter. You got Mitch running, cutting, setting picks. Julius really has way more space than he's ever had on his team this year. And it's fully constructed to get 7 assists and 1 turnover. For you to get in the paint, someone's going to double team you. If they don't double team Julius Randle, what's going to happen? He's most likely going to score. And that's just what we've seen this year. Sometimes he's off. He's not on fire, but this is just what happens. Just want to hit the chat before we get up out of here. Jelani said earlier, he's such a great resource. He's talking about Derrick Rose. He knows when to go. He knows when to chill. He's unselfish, and he's mentally sound throughout the game. Nothing appears to phase him. That's important. Poise. We need him. And that's actually perfect. The perfect explanation of Derrick Rose for us. He just brings that poise, that leadership, that veteran presence on the bench in the locker room where you're not going to get too rattled. You know, that's just what happens when I've been on a team. I've been on plenty of teams. These guys in the chat with me play basketball basically my whole life with me. I've been on plenty of teams, and they've been on plenty of teams where, excuse me, if they're losing, they're gonna look down the bench to see what their teammates look like. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't feel like their teammates, and it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna start doing this by myself because y'all ain't in it with me. You know,
I heard Mike was a nut. I heard Mike was out in Jersey playing. He was nuts when he was out there.
Listen, the only nut that first of all, pause. The only nut that they ever played with.
The only nut.
That
The only
crazy.
nut.
Nah, pause, because we know who's in the
only
chat.
nut you ever.
I'm the only one that they would call a nut on our team because I didn't pass as much as the rest of them, and I don't care. I don't care how they feel about that. I never saw a shot I ain't like.
So what you were saying was that when you looked at your team, they didn't look like they was in it with you. So you,
I don't care if they was on fire. They hit 100 out of 100 shots. I'm looking at them like, nah, they not ready. Ask them. So they know they. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Who else we got? Who else we got in the chat?
Jelani said you had to pause that. He said, "Pause, my boy."
Yeah, he already know. I already know what's coming. I ain't even ready. I can finally say the Knicks are damn near a complete team. About time. You know, Lonnie said one more piece. We're filling the team out. We're literally a player away from making it.
Let me ask you this on that page, because you know what I was thinking about today. I think he does his thing, but it doesn't seem like he's that key piece he was before. And I'm talking about Burks. Do you think they package up a couple players for somebody? And if so, who would that be? Who would be that person where it's like, bet now we talking about we competing for like the finals or the Eastern Conference? What piece would that be?
What do we need? This is a very hard question. What do we need?
I think like if we had like a small forward, kind of like and I don't
even
need, think
not something not something that we would like. A need, like a weakness for this team. And it's crazy if you think about it. Our only weakness on this team is a wing defender or an extra wing defender. It's not another offensive player. It's not another star.
That's what I'm saying. Like a small forward.
It would have to be a two-way small forward, like a Jimmy.
Right. Kind of. But like, imagine you get somebody, and then we have Evan Fournier coming off the bench. Like, let's just say it was a Kawhi. Crazy. Let's say it was crazy. Kawhi, and then he can't be mad. But if you have Evan Fournier coming off the bench, that'd be crazy. But I don't think that we'd get a star with. We'd have to package somebody to go, somebody that we really like. But I don't see why we would do that. Because you know, like again, like I'm big on teams that
build.
Like let's say the Lakers keep stinking it up, right?
And
the Lakers are 10-34. Let's just say they got to blow the team
up. Any team with LeBron on it ain't going 10-0.
I'm just saying. Sometimes
they blowing it up. They blowing it up immediately.
That's what I'm saying. Like they will blow that. Like if you look at the Wizards last year, they had Russell Westbrook. They were supposed to be lit. Didn't work out. So you start blowing teams up. Who up? And you look at Houston last year. They started blowing that shit up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I think as things develop, you know, the teams that's supposed to be good that aren't. It's kind of like, yo, so and so's available. I'm hearing this dude. There's rumblings. This dude want to get out of here. And then Knicks and other teams have things that they want to. But if the Knicks. I don't know if they. I don't want to break up any chemistry. Nah. Well, Zach LaVine out of like last year.
I mean, I still like Zach LaVine. I mean,
but they're not taking him out of Chicago. They got it good right now.
No, they don't. Happy. I don't think they have a choice. It's up to him.
What the fuck we need PJ Tucker for? He's only a defender, and he's only trying to knock down the three.
Well, I was thinking PJ Tucker though. I was thinking PJ Tucker when you were asking that.
Because, like I said to you, Dre. We don't need anything but more defense on the wing.
Exactly. And that's what we
don't need anyone else to come in here and take any more extra shots. PJ Tucker's gonna come in, he's gonna play his role defensively, and number two, he's gonna go ahead and knock down that corner three.
Yeah, PJ Tucker, what I love about him, he'll play D on any fucking body.
Anybody. Point guard,
and he'll play an effective D. He'll have you rattled, he'll fuck your whole shit up, and then he'll knock a three down in the corner. That's the only spot he could really score from the scene. But what's his name? He said LP Star said, "Oh, and two LeBron looking around."
IP, yo, facts. Yo, he's gonna be like, yo,
I don't care. That's why I want the Lakers to lose. I like what I saw. Carmelo got the numbers. He's number 9 now, and that's great. But I want the Lakers to lose. I cannot stand that team. I just can't. I can't take.
Yo, can you imagine where Melo would be if he was in the league?
What do you mean? If he wasn't in the league?
If he was in the league, remember he was out of the league for like 2 or 3
years. Oh, he probably 7.
A whole year.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because he's only like a few hundred points behind number 8.
Yeah,
he's getting that this season.
Year they sat my man back, which is why I still don't like my man Mike D'Antoni. He's a cornball.
Yeah,
because
he's with the Lakers.
He's somewhere. Somebody's assistant.
The Suns. Wait, who? What team is he on?
I can't stand him. I don't want him.
He's in somebody. He's on somebody's bench as an assistant, I believe. So I don't know, man. I just
how beautiful would it be if the Knicks have a better record, a better season than the Lakers? Because that's just like that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
but I think it's possible.
It's possible.
I mean, I don't really care about the Lakers and what they do because they don't affect us. If it's the only teams I don't care about that I do care about are the teams that are in the Atlantic Division because
I care about Atlanta. I care about the Nets. Yeah. You know what I mean? Those are the teams we're gonna have to see like where we are. But that's why I'm loving these games. We don't have like these big games just yet. I think they said we go on like 10 more games before we even play a West Coast team.
Mm-hmm. That's good. We got to snatch these up then.
Melo will be waiting to work with his baby mama.
Listen, Melo got a lot of trouble on that front. We don't really want to go there. So Toxic Knicks fan said Embiid needs to put the Philly cheese down. Your man was gassed before I have. Mitch had him waiting on commissary. Yo, listen, I'm not gonna lie.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie. Embiid looks like he's trying to do too much. You know what I mean? He needs to calm it down.
I love that icon.
You know what I'm saying? You like the icon? He said,
yeah.
What's going on, man? Peace. Salute, bro. Salute, man. Salute to the
so
chat.
Mike Biz is a Lakers fan, not Chicago fan.
No. He's a LeBron fan.
But he's not saying LeBron. He's saying Lakers.
No, come on. Trust me.
I know the Lakers alone.
I know this guy. He's a LeBron fan. He wasn't talking about the Lakers before LeBron went there. But he says, I give him respect for this. He says that he is a Knicks fan. It's just when they went through the losing period, it just hurt him. You know what I mean? But you don't really get a lot of Knicks fans that are actually LeBron fans. It's kind of like one or the other. But, I guess he's a rare breed. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my man, Mike. If you in the chat, by the way, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. If you made it here, hit that like, subscribe for some more content. We always got something after every game for y'all. There's some interviews coming up too as well. But yeah, man, if you're in the chat, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Rick, Dre, y'all got any last words or anything else you want to talk about this game?
Yeah, I want to about the game. Nah, I got it.
Yeah. What's up?
About the game, but I do want to say that I want to shout Dre out. If y'all look at the artwork on the beginning of the show, that's all him. That's original artwork by Mr. Andre Jalil himself.
Shout out to Andre Jalil for artwork, man. The artwork on the thumbnail, the video editing, he is definitely showing out. This is like I told Dre when we first started. That's my this is for y'all, man. This is platforms for y'all to get y'all shit out there. Cause I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to talk. That's all I do is talk.
I'm excited about the artwork because I was motivated a little bit by us going to the next game. Mm-hmm. And you talked about all the possibilities. If you guys in the chat soon, we're gonna do some. Josh, you have put one of the pictures up, put the one up with if you can. You know how you put it on the screen.
Oh yeah, just go ahead, talk for 30 seconds. I get it.
Yeah, no funny. I want you guys to let us know in the chat. Let us know what you think. We want to start. We're gonna figure out how we do some giveaways for our followers and listeners and subscribers. We do some giveaways with some artwork. Let us know what you think. If you're more interested in this stuff being on a t-shirt or be on a poster, I think a poster would be cool. Matter of fact, I've been doing the coasters with my joints. Where's my coasters?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got
we do some coasters. We do some Knicks coasters. It'd be lit. Oh, it's on there.
Let me show the.
I think the Knicks coasters is super lit. Hold on.
So, which one do you want us? Would you want me to show them? The Julius one? Show the Julius.
No, show the Julius one we did this morning. You used the wrong one. You should use the one without the outline, by the way. The outline didn't work on.
Stop telling me what to do. You see how old I get, and he's still telling me what to do.
Man, you don't. Come on, guys, don't put out the dirty laundry, man.
I'm grown. I'm grown, bro. We not little no more.
I'm
He not little no more.
But if you're out of line, I gotta get you back in. My daughter just
come
woke
on,
up,
fam.
And my wife is on the phone, so that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, it's gonna get crazy.
I can hear the feet. She moving. She's going upstairs.
I can hear the feet moving.
Because if I ain't on the podcast, right? If I ain't on streaming, she be like this, Andre, and I'm like this. I'm like, what? You already over there? Go upstairs.
She don't watch the show. Is what you're saying?
The artwork is yeah.
So that's what she doesn't watch the show.
What he said?
I'm trying to find the drink. Oh, it's on MXJX art.
Oh, on the Instagram on the.
Because you didn't send it to me. You put it straight to the what you call. Because he don't send me stuff. He just puts it straight on.
What you talking about?
He sent like
I sent it to you first. You got it.
The 30 drink. The 30 100.
Nah, you didn't send that
one. I was doing different ones because I think I'm gonna do the NFTs. If I could do the NFTs with different versions of the same drink. Matter of fact, you're taking too long.
Yeah, hold on. Nah, listen, I got you. You don't even know. You trying to show it off your phone. I ain't gonna show. That's bootleg. That's bootleg. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, look. Oh, I started messing with that Fournier joint too. I was making this joint look dope.
Okay, there you go.
But you already used that as the thumbnail.
You gotta. There was a picture I saw. I think it was on Twitter where he's screaming. That you should do that one of Fournier.
Fournier screaming.
Yeah, he was screaming.
I'm gonna do a bunch of these. The way I got these joints rocking is gonna be.
Russ at 33 and 10.
Yeah, man, this one is gonna be one of the next.
Golden
joints.
State is undefeated.
Yeah, that's nice. That's like, see, I really like that. I had to screenshot the drink from there, but yeah, this is on XJ's art. Dre got some. Yeah, Dre out there doing some things, man. I wish I could share the page.
It's gonna be fun. So y'all gotta tell us if I think the Coasters is it. Yeah, I think the Coasters is it. Whoever win the joint, we do a giveaway. You log in.
You do the Coasters. I'm gonna put some shirts together as well. We can do some shirts. You know what I'm saying? And this way we could have a bunch of stuff out there for y'all.
They gotta act right for some shirts. They gotta act real right. Oh,
they gotta act right. Oh. I mean, listen, especially you talking about a free shirt. That might be one of y'all. Might be one of y'all a year. You feel me? Let me stop now. But hey man, and also shout out to our subscribers. Anybody that has subscribed in the past week or two, within the past month, we had 200 subscribers now. So shout out to you guys.
Oh wow!
I appreciate y'all. It's about you guys. It's about y'all. Slow, steady movements, man. Like I said, this is more about y'all. I'm just appreciating being part of the community. Salute to all y'all. One last thing, Big Taz at hand said Mitch turn and beat into a 3-point special. Listen, man, there was some plays where Embiid wasn't getting into that post by the block, getting into it by the 3-point line, and that's not where you want to be if you want to be in the post versus Mitchell Robinson. So Mitch is doing his thing, getting back in the form. He's starting to get those easy buckets. I don't think he had a double tonight, but he had something very close to it. Well, he had 5, 7, and 6 or something like that. Yeah, 7.6 rounds. Mitch is back. Mitch is back, man. But that's it, man. We don't want to drag this out a little bit long, but thank you guys.
16, that's outrageous. But what's Mike talking about before we go? What Mike talking about? He said that recap should be broken down again, and that should be the intro.
And that should be in the intro. Mike got a lot of ideas. We're gonna have to put his ass in paper. Yeah,
what recap? He's saying the recap. I'm guessing he's saying
recap of
like a smaller piece.
Chop it up, and we was talking about in spoiled pieces. That's a lot of work, Mike. You know what I'm saying? You
got a lot of. We gotta open. Send him the footage. Tell this motherfucker chop it up. God damn.
Tell this motherfucker chop it up. He said Bron and them won. He didn't say the Lakers. He said Bron and them.
But he talking about the Lakers. He talking about Russ, AD. That's the Lakers.
They got their first win tonight. That was their first win?
I think it's their second win. Their first win
might be their third. Second?
No, second or third. One of them. Russ had 33 and 10, 80, 36 and 16. Listen, if they play like this, which is what we expected, they're going to win.
Yeah, they're going to win.
They're going to win. They're going to win. And they're going to get my man Melo championship. That's all I care. And unfortunately, Andre, I'm sorry to hear about that, but we waited this long to get Melo a ring, man.
Yeah, I'll be happy for him. I'll be happy.
I
wouldn't be upset Melo get a ring. I just don't want the Lakers to win. I hope they trade.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want the Lakers.
He's not winning anywhere. He's not. Well, where do you want Melo to go and win a ring, Andre, outside of New York?
We'll go back to New York, and that's it.
Exactly. See, that's the point.
Come
now
off the bench. Shut up. Come off the bench.
Shut up. Come off the bench and win a championship in New York.
Yo, you know what I saw that was wild before you get out here? I'm sorry. They got people out there actually protesting for Kyrie Irving. I just think I'm like these people are crazy.
Yeah, didn't they say they tried to break into the Barclays or something like that?
What are y'all doing?
Yo, listen, it's content. It's content, people.
No, but on the side of the fact that the one only player in the league didn't get his shot, and now you causing that type of shit outside of the joint. Like if I'm the Nets, I'm like, oh, this nigga really got to go. We got this shit outside.
Nah. I'm not doing that to Kyrie. That he has nothing to do with people outside, bro.
Yes, he does.
What do you mean? He did not ask them to come out there. He didn't.
Of course, he didn't ask them to come out there. Does that matter?
So I'm not blaming Kyrie for people protesting because he didn't want to get the shot.
Let him play.
No. That's not what we do. Come on, man. I'm not doing it as an organization. As an organization, I'm gonna get rid of Kyrie because they're protesting.
I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of him for that. I'm not gonna get rid of him for that. But it is his fault that they're out there.
No. I'm not saying like if you isolate the incident if you isolate the incident and say that because they protesting that it's on Kyrie, this among all of this stuff that has to do that's leading up, all of this stuff packaged together is like he don't want to get the vaccine. Now we got people outside. It's dangerous for our workers now because this dude don't want to get vaccinated.
I don't know. I didn't see anybody blaming Colin Kaepernick during those the riot. It was always Black Lives Matter because it was the cause. It wasn't about the person. It's the cause. So I'm not doing that to Kyrie. As much as I'm not a Brooklyn Nets supporter.
Kaepernick got death threats.
Of course he did. Nobody in your circle was blaming Kaepernick.
Yeah. Right.
So that's what I'm saying. They're not out there blaming. I don't think they're blaming Kyrie for that, man.
Joshua, when these teams talk about like this thing with Ben Simmons, it's called a distraction.
Absolutely a distraction, but it's Kyrie did not make that happen.
No, but this is what it's talking about. We talk about when a player is a distraction. These are the types of things that add to the distraction. Like that was on the news. They were talking about people protesting because the one and single person in the league that decided not to get a vaccine. Now they protest.
You have to think about it. You have to think about it. There's been millions of people who don't want to get it, and now they have someone who's actually
don't play in the NBA and is not on one of the teams that's competing for a championship.
Yeah, but what you're saying, Josh, is not wrong. He's saying because of that, though,
I get what he's saying.
A distraction to the team. We're not saying he's right, he's wrong, but because of his stance and because of his antics outside of this one protest, is a bunch of stuff you don't need.
Yeah, it's just extra stuff. But it's just like the team is like.
I get that, but I'm not. If I brought this guy here and I'm paying him all of this money, until I'm not paying him anymore to be on my franchise,
Joshua,
at the point he can say I'm gonna get this shot, and then what happens? All of them people are where gone, and where is he at on the court? And then does any of this matter? No, it doesn't.
Joshua, they already said they're not extending. They probably they feel the phone calls for son.
Well, if they already decided that and they're not feeling anything about these protests,
they could always backtrack that.
They've already reached that point. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, if you're the owner of the team, I'm calling Kyrie like, yo, what's up? You getting a shot for you? Are you really not gonna do this all season? He's like, yo, I'm not getting a shot all season. All right, bet that's all I need to
hear. Hello,
listen.
Hello?
What are they gonna do? They already told him he can't participate with the team. Yeah. What are they gonna do? Pick him off more? Like they already he's not with the team.
But Josh, like you talk about, like this dude is an asset to your team, and he's not an asset when he's not playing for your team.
Yeah. All right, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all made that choice not to make him an asset because he could still play just like the rest of the team.
Josh, the reason why he can't play is because everyone else in the league is vaccinated.
No, Dre, that's not true. Not everybody else in the league is vaccinated. There's still players in the league who can't play in certain arenas.
That's true.
They just can't play in certain arenas. Kyrie is the only player who is not allowed to play in games in the NBA. He's the only one, and that's whose decision. Nets. So this is what
that's not the Nets. That wasn't the Nets. That was the NBA.
No,
well,
Dre,
it was the Nets later.
No, it was the Nets decision to be a participant.
Well, if he wasn't running around talking about the earth is flat.
Nah, bro, I ain't hearing that. They brought this shit on themselves. They did that. Kyrie didn't do that shit. Because, like I said, nobody would be protesting out there if he was a halfway participant, like everyone else who's not vaccinated in the league.
It ain't gonna work though. Anyway, it was only. They said it was only like 100 of them. It ain't enough. You gotta really get like a crowd over there on the Atlantic Avenue. You gotta shut the whole street down.
It's over. Yeah, right. Come on. The cops is early. Like that's not happening much. Like
cops is out there. Oh, it's only like 1, 2, 3. It's not 100.
He only got about 12. He only got about 12 supporters. We'd be fine. We don't need no backup.
So Manchild said 97% of the players vaccinated. Who are these guys? Who are these other dudes that's not vaccinated?
I don't know. There's only they don't need it. It's not mandated.
What's his name? Beal, I believe, still isn't vaccinated. There's like a handful. Yeah, it's like a handful of players. That's why certain games he can play. That's just just certain.
No, they should probably trade him to a team where he could play. He should go play with Beal and
why would the team do that though?
DC.
Nah, this I don't know, bro. It's a very tricky situation.
It is what it is though.
It ain't the Knicks though. We dodged the bullet with that.
We dodged the bullet and we out here winning games.
We here. New York, we here.
We right there.
Word.
We right over here. Where's this guy? Is he this way? Yeah. Christ, Lord. No, and I look ashy, and I'm not even ashy. I got oil on my hands. Anyway,
I'm not Josh. Thank you. Stay ashy. Joshua was
born dark skin, baby. That Teflon skin. You hear that? You know what I mean? What happens when you get slapped with one of these?
Now he over there waking up the kids. Wife gonna come upstairs.
Kids been asleep. Kids been asleep, and they sleep deep like Pop. They sleep deep like Pop. The only one that woke up was wifey. She probably gonna let me hit it, but it's cool. It's for the show.
Promise. Your live stream.
You promised you wasn't gonna be. You said you wasn't gonna be clapping with them rough ass hands. Listen, man. Thank y'all for tuning in once again to the Garden Podcast. We're gonna hear everything from Knicks to Kyrie to protests to ashy hands, man. This is what we're here to do. This talk y'all to death. I'm just kidding, man. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. We're here with Andre Jalil Dre. You got anything else you want to say before you get out of here?
Just stay tuned for the artwork. Me and Cap gonna work together to make sure that we get stuff. Now that I thought about the coasters, I'm gonna get on the double with that. I think that's gonna be a nice little giveaway.
He's not gonna go to sleep, y'all. He's gonna be up on night, just letting y'all know.
Nah, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be super lit. Y'all keep playing me. We're gonna do one with the numbers in the back. It's gonna be illy. It's gonna be litty. I'm gonna do my little NFTs. Stay tuned to the MXJX art page on Instagram. And I'm gonna have stuff up there. And then when we do our little sweepstakes or whatever you call it, y'all get to pick the ones y'all want. Shy Powers, peace, Lord.
Peace, fam. Peace, man.
Yeah, look at that.
How about you, Rick? You got anything? Any last word you want to drop up before you get up out of here?
Nah, shout out to the chat, man. Yeah, y'all make this live stream happen, man. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the help pushing this show along, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Like I said before, thank y'all for getting us to 200 subscribers. It's just one of our early milestones. We got way heftier milestones ahead of us, but y'all will be with us and many more along this journey. Thank y'all once again for tuning in to the Garden Next podcast. We will be here after we beat the Chicago Bulls on Thursday to talk about that. All right. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we'll see y'all Tuesday, man. Y'all have a good one. I like that mask. The mask look real good. Hold that up one more time so chat can see that, man. If y'all want, hey, also, I'll be taking polls if you guys would like masks. I will, get some pre-orders, let you know what the prices are. But yeah, that's it, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Jokic just got injured.